PDP Army. How's everybody doing? As always, you guys are amazing on the comments already. Denise, 7:50 a.m. Am I first? Denise, you are. It's 4:52 p.m. Zurich time. I'm second. Monica's got second. Denise, hey Monica, I guess it's just the two of us for now. I guess so. Good morning, everyone. Still recovering from yesterday, but I guess that's good. Joanne, how are you feeling? I'm curious. Actually, I'm curious for everybody who did yesterday's workout. How are you all feeling? I've noticed today my trunk is definitely a little bit sore. It's like intercostals are sore. My lower back is sore, which is why I'm on the floor right now. I was actually going to start with a little bit of stretching for those of you who feel like you may need it, because I know I do. So I'm going to do me right now and do some stretching, and hopefully y'all want to join me on that. So it looks like we got a little bit lighter group this morning. Sorry, I'm just like flossing through my low back and my hips. I have not been keeping up with the stretching to help me, but guess what, Denise? I have my water bottle back today. So you'll be hitting the workout this afternoon with the hubby, Erica. Amazing. So today's workout, guys, is going to be 2 by 25 minutes on the machine of your choice, or not machine of your choice. You can I was reading that comment and then trying to speak at the same time. You can also run in place. You can pick an activity that you can do repeatedly. You can walk, you can run. Whatever you need to do is going to be 2 by 25 minutes. I'm going to be on the bike today. And so it's not going to be, it's low to moderate intensity. I have it written on the board over there, but there's not a whole lot to explain other than 2 by 25 minutes. We're going to take a 5-minute rest in between, and it's going to be low to moderate intensity. This is going to be basically an aerobic base. Let's call it a flushing day, if you will, after yesterday. Of course, it's a smaller group. It's true. And yet we have all of the European crowd that shows up at this time because it's their evening now. It's their, like, if they're evening worker outers, then they're here. And as always, I feel like people will probably start to reel in as the time goes on. Yeah, see, there we go. We're already up to 13 in the 2 seconds that I said that. So quick updates this morning was, as always, on Tuesdays, we launch our videos. I'm going to keep moving, by the way, just flossing through at the back. So today we launched our Tuesday video, which always comes out Tuesdays at 3 a.m. Pacific time. And it was on how to buy a used rowing machine. So if any of you are ever in the market or you're selling your machines, it's a good way. Oh, this feels so good. It's a good way to evaluate a used machine. I highly encourage you to spread the video if you like it. And I made a little checklist actually that you can print out to take with you when you're going to buy a used machine to evaluate the machine that you're looking at. So had some fun with that one. So many questions that I've had in like comments before of, am I getting a good deal? What do I need to look for? Is this a good price? And so the goal was kind of to answer that. So that's out today. James, smash the like button. That's my man. Smash that like button if you're here, guys. That's what the PDP Army does. Steve, hi from sunny Florida. Welcome, Steve Johnston. Erica, always love your comments in the weekly email. Oh, good. You get it, Erica. Love it. What did you think of today's? I'm curious. Nancy, morning. I didn't see it on the channel, but got this in my email. Good. Do you get our newsletter every morning, Nancy? Not that I announced this video in the email, although I could actually post the schedule. I should start doing that. And then, you know what I should do tomorrow? I should send an email like an hour before the workout, before the live workout, and see how many people show up if we send it to our email list. That'd be funny. So Steve, stop. All right. All right, really quickly, guys, while we're here, let's get some stretching done, and we'll chat as we're going. I'm just coming. Good job, Ned. Just got the Tuesday email. Perfect. Okay, we're going to start with a little butterfly, guys. Set up, and then I want you to just forward fold. Wow, we got to see the formation of an idea in real time. I think that's what you said. I wish the comments would stay up longer. In real time, it's true. I got the email, newsletter, Facebook, and YouTube. Love it, Nancy. Oh, that was a high five, Steve. I think there's an actual like high five emoji. I thought that was like, stop in the name of love. Thought that's what we were doing there. Bara, sorry, it's a little too far away. I can't see the whole thing. So guys, anyway, sorry. We're starting with butterfly. Why don't I just move this a little closer to me? It's out of my reach. Okay, I'm just gonna appreciate this stretch because it feels really good on my low back right now. So feet together, drawing those heels into the body. Um, and I sing too, and I play the guitar and the trumpet. The trumpet, not very good anymore, but I still have my trumpet. But the guitar, yeah, I sing and play guitar. Cheesy college guy stuff, you know. But I do sing to my daughter every night. That's my thing with putting her to bed. So yes, I love singing. Although maybe falsetto is not exactly my range, but high five for joining everyone. Wow, musical. I play piano and sing too. Oh, it's amazing, Nancy. You know, everybody says this when you're a kid, like, I wish I would have stayed with the piano. I wish I would have stayed with piano. But instead I switched to trumpet. Played trumpet all the way through high school. I was first chair trumpet and vice president of my band of high school band, my senior year of high school. Next week, video is Shane doing a cover to your favorite song. I like that idea. I'll bring my guitar next time. It'll be great. Yeah, vice president of band, first chair trumpet. I still have a beautiful, beautiful trumpet. Bach Stradivarius, silver. It's incredible. 33 and counting. Great start, Joanne. Hello from England. Lee, hello, welcome. Played clarinet, never first chair, and then played bass clarinet, New England, and marching band. So fun, yeah. I was symphony, marching band. I couldn't play pep band because I was in sports. I was in a sport every season of every year that I was in high school. So year-round sports. So I couldn't play pep band. But pep, jazz, no, sorry, jazz, symphony, um, and just band, and marching. Sorry. Uh, did I say that? God, I feel like I just doubled up. Anyways, yes, I was in all of them. I did them all. I played the brass. Oh, my glory days when I was a little bit chubby and had lots of acne, and I towed the line between being an athlete and being in the music department. I never did like theater, but I was in music heavily. I also sang, so I was in choir. Um, so pretty much if it came to music, I was there. Boy, this feels good. Ah, Vera, hello from Istanbul. That's amazing. Hello from Istanbul. Um, Hello, Bear. Thanks for joining us. What's up, peeps? Dan made it. Hi, Bear. Okay, real quick, we're going to do another seated cross shin fold here. So right over left, and then give me a nice, just lean forward. Netherlands and Istanbul. Woot. Charles and Peter from DC and Kansas. Whoop, whoop. Amazing. Guys, you're all incredible. Tuyo from the Netherlands. What's up? Where in the Netherlands are you? Told to miss today by my wife. Apparently, I'm overtraining. She's a medic. That's helpful to have. That's very helpful to have. So we're getting in a good stretch right now, guys. For those of you that are just joining us, we're starting with a little morning stretch session, mostly because I need it. And you know what? We can all benefit from it occasionally. I think I can probably lose the jacket. No. Yeah, my chest is a little bit sore. Thankfully, it's not the like inundated soreness that I've had from all the other workouts that we've done the past 2 weeks, where I'm sore for the remainder of the week. I don't know why I kick off Mondays with these workouts that just make me unbelievably sore because never Amersfoort Amersfoort in the middle of the Netherlands. I've heard of it. Uh, please excuse my lack of knowledge of the geography of the Netherlands. Ooh, ordered that wonderful shirt. Did you? Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, this is the one that's on the YouTube channel and in a sweatshirt. And wow, that shirt. Wow. It's for sale on the YouTube channel, so it's right below every video. If you guys want this shirt, please come get it. It's in a sweatshirt form as well. And the sweatshirt's actually pretty comfortable. I like it. I have both. Skip my run today. Still streaking on the rower, though. My legs are a bit tired. Let's switch legs while we're at it. Left over right now. Denise, same here, Dan. I'm icing, heating, and stretching and cheerleading. Uh-oh. When Denise and Dan are free to comment throughout our video, we are in trouble. These two are gonna run the comment section. Dan, I'm on my own planet. I'm watching, though. So Nancy, please stop in the rest parts. Nancy, you cannot depend on Dan today. We need you to rest during the rest period, of which there's only one, so it should not be a big deal. Yeah, I know somebody's streaking. This isn't good. It's not a great start to the day. We got to be safe, people. I guess as long as you're social distancing while you're doing it. Concept 2, April streaks. Okay. All right, it's time. It's time. Let's get this thing started, huh? So again, 2 by 25 minutes today, guys, on whatever machine you have. It could be a treadmill. It could be outside, walking, running. It could be on a biker. It could be on a rower. It could be on a skier. I just looked at each of my machines as I said that. Missed the workout program of today. That's what it is. There you go. I just gave it to you. So these live sessions are awesome. Love it, Steve Johnston. Let's get you guys are the best. I love when you make me laugh. It makes it so much more fun. Just ordered a new Concept 2 Model D Black. They have them available in the Netherlands. Quick, everybody, order your ergs from the Netherlands if you need them, because we've got them nowhere else. Again, today's video is about buying a used one. So if you need a machine and you're lacking, go search them out, download the guide, and see if that is useful to you. Because that's what today's video is all about. Okay, here we go. I'm up. I chose the bike today because, again, I just need a little bit of like a movement day today. It's been a stressful few days, and Shane trying to talk Keith into the biker. Okay, hold on. I'll finish my thought, and then I got you. Because I too am a convert. So yeah, it's just been a stressful few days for me, and I just need like a mellow session today. And you know what? You guys are along for the ride with me, and I love you all for it. And it just this is what we got for today. So run, bike, ski, row. Obviously, advance otherwise as you need. But it's 2 by 25 minutes, low to moderate intensity. The objective here is that you establish some consistency through the 20 minutes, sorry, not 25, 2 by 20 minutes. You establish consistency, I'm putting my shoes on by the way, through the 20 minutes, and that you're able to maintain the same level between both pieces, or that you get a little bit faster on the second piece, okay? All right, so I actually get to set it on my monitor today, and I don't have to worry about all of the craziness. Danny's here. Danny, we miss you. How are you? How are you settling into the new place? Francesco Dalbon has a message retracted. Dan, new training ideology, training while laughing. Can you do it without crapping out? It's like nose breathing training, I guess. Denise, we're with you, Shane. Anyone who did yesterday's workout and isn't sore as an animal, I have a feeling, this is just me, I have a feeling that James might not be sore. We'll see. He was crushing that. Okay. Okay, a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, I feel you. Unpacking. But not so much that you can't join us for a workout, Danny. I have this image now of Dark Horse rowing in the bottom. Okay, guys, I'm going to set my monitor. Select workout, that's the B button. New workout, that's the D button. Intervals, D. Intervals, time, B. I'm going to hit that plus button. I'm going to hit, sorry, left arrow, that's D button, and then plus button once, twice, that's the B button twice. The right arrow, A, once, and the minus button, C, once. That gives me 20 minutes. And then I'm going to set my rest time, the right arrow, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That's the A button. And then the plus button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That sets 20 minutes. I don't know why I did that. 20 minutes with a 5-minute rest followed by another 20 minutes. Okay, so that is our workout. Quick reminder, guys, if you need more workouts, go check out our website. The crew is there with every kind of guided program that you want. It's a library of every program I've ever written. 2Ks, 1Ks, 500. So people are saying, like, because of the live videos, I've had a lot of post comments or questions, people saying like, well, which program should I do if I want to get better at the 2K? If you're trying to actually get better at a 2K or a 5K or a marathon and you need a training plan, go to darkhorserowing.com and buy the crew. It's only $29 a month. And it's a library of every training program that you could need for basically any rowing distance that exists as a testing component. So just something to think about. So let me back up in the comments here. Peter C, I'm not working out with you. I'm just going to watch because you're talking to me. Peter, that's okay. Plenty of people do that. Yo, Danny, Nancy is probably fine too. Yeah, this is true. A little sore, mostly quads, but not too bad. Oh, and chest, because I lifted chest over the weekend too. Yeah, right. So James is not sore from our workout. He's sore because he was doing other stuff. Might try that. All voyeurs, smash the like button. Love Denise. Thank you, PDP Army. You guys smash that like button before we get this thing started. If you're here, you better smash that like button, because why else are you here? Join the crew. Best training plans available. Nathan, hey, haven't seen you in a bit. Thanks for joining. Are you doing the workout with us today? Curious. 2 by 20 minutes. Just some extra meterage for you. Okay, there's 1 foot in. There's 2. All right, I'm clicked in, folks. I'm going to hit that check mark, and we're going to start rolling. So 20 minutes of set time, 5 minutes of rest time, and 20 seconds. What? That's not right. Okay, hold on. I got to restart it. Sorry, guys. I don't know how that happened. Intervals time. Set time. That was very weird. It came up as 20 seconds. Okay, here we go. I got it. We're back. And in 3, 2, 1, let's roll. Okay. So, can't you tape them to the wall? Tape what to the wall? Did I miss a comment somewhere? Danny, you're very right. The workout in your mornings is hard for me because of the kids. Here to 6 p.m. Oh, just hard time with kids. Yeah, that makes sense. But tomorrow, Danny, I expect you to join us. On dad duty as usual in the morning. Nathan, I love all the dads on dad duty now. Pier Francesco, ciao. I just bought a Concept 2 and following you on YouTube since a week ago. You are great. I am from Italy, Venice. My very first, not my very first, so when I was a kid, I had nannies growing up, or au pairs, I should say. I grew up in a household where both my parents were working. They're both business owners. And so I had au pairs growing up. My absolute favorite was Italian. She ended up working she basically became like my second mom, and to this day still is. And she ended up, after she was an au pair, staying in the States, going to work for the Italian consulate, and still works for the Italian consulate to this day. And it relocates all over the world with the Italian consulate, and I've gone to visit her pretty much everywhere she's ever worked. Fun little my connection to Italy. But she's amazing, my second mother. Nathan, we'll row later, hopefully. Oh, taping kids to the wall, now I get it. Courtney Tate, benefit of working from home. I can join you for this workout on an early lunch break, because that lunch break's up to you now. Denise, great purchase here. Glad you got a hold of a machine. Absolutely, that's amazing. Kids, hi Pierre, how are you holding on? Second mom for the win. It's true, she's amazing. She messages us constantly. She actually came when we had our daughter and we were living in France. She came for a week, I think. And it was like our daughter was her daughter / granddaughter. It was amazing. She was so connected to her. So cool. Cool, I had a nanny. My grandparents worked in Malaysia. Ah, wow. Nannies were amazing. Au pairs, they were the best. They always lived in with us. And so they were really they were kind of the ones that raised me. Danny, I could take the kids to the wall. I'm afraid that the neighbors will call the police. Please. The neighbors can't see through the walls. They don't know. Love all these workouts. Doing it live for the first time. Oh, Madison Bartuch, welcome. Happy you're joining us. This is a good starter one today. Mad times apparently. Yep, my nanny's still a great friend. Yeah, it's true. They you bond to them, you know? There's not much you can say other than that. I was texting her yesterday, or WhatsApping her, I should say. She's in Africa now with the Italian consulate, so she's everywhere. This is just gonna be a good like leg warmer kind of day. Quads are gonna feel warm. I'm just warming up into this piece right now. What about you guys? Oh, Denise, I told you I'd help you with Keith and the bike erg. Keith, here's the deal. I believe you guys have some kind of an air bike, right? Like an Assault or an Airdyne or Echo or something along those lines. So here's the deal. I had an Airdyne as well, and that was great for me. I picked it up for 25 bucks on Craigslist. It's a perfect machine. Lasted forever. And I didn't know. Yeah, mine was old too. It was like the original gold one. It didn't have the dial. It did have the digital monitor, but it was probably one of the first years of the digital monitor. So anyway, so I had the old Airdyne. Great machine. And then the bike erg came along, and I realized a few things. I'd made this connection long ago, but with the Airdyne, your only variance that you get is in RPMs, nothing else. You just have to, RPMs is the only way that you can modulate your output, period. The monitor doesn't read anything but RPMs. You can try. I dare you. Try to put more power while keeping the same RPMs. Not doable. So the same applies. And the same the same applies to basically every machine of that format. Handles attached to the flywheel, right? So now I get the bike erg. Immediately, the difference is apparent in that you have full control over your output versus your RPMs. You can modulate output while staying at the same RPMs. You gain more control, okay? You gain more control of the machine itself. It is infinitely more customizable. Handlebars go down, up, forward, backward. Seat goes down, up. Saddle can be swapped out. Handlebars can be swapped out. Pedals can be swapped out. You can put on clipless pedals. You can vary the resistance, something you can't do on any air bike. So you can have harder or more resistive workouts or lighter workouts where you're working more on RPMs and spin. All these things are doable with a bike erg. They're not doable on just a straight air bike of some kind. Keith, that is my pitch. Take it or leave it. Denise, I hope that helps. Dan, sadly, it was due to mom dying when I was 5. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. She really became my mom. We all love her. I'll try to get her onto rowing and on here. That would be amazing. That'd be so cool. Horsey Hale, still in meetings, unfortunately, here in London, so going to this workout later today. You guys have fun. Orsi, say, hey, appreciate you here. Thanks for coming. Seems so much more stable than a smart trainer attached to a bike. Oh, it is absolutely more stable because there is no falling risk. It's on a nice wide base. Nanny power, absolutely. So yeah, no, it's way more stable than a bike on a trainer. You also have all the interconnectedness of the data on the monitor connecting to every other Concept 2 machine and system. So, meters logged on this machine count on Concept 2 system as well. So you're living in the same ecosystem as far as data goes, which is helpful. I have a Neo 2 and it's solid as. I don't understand. What is the Neo 2? Is that a trainer? So you're saying you're comparing a Neo 2 versus a bike erg and they're just as stable as one another? So I still believe it's not, 100% set, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, because last time I was on a trainer was a while ago. High school, probably. Y'all, if you're here and you're lurking, smash that like button, please. Should we be changing our stroke rate? Or just still warming up? Joanne, this is just a consistent 20 minutes for you. So I want this to just be a low to moderate intensity, consistent 20 minutes per round. Okay, so just consistent output as you go. All right, this isn't necessarily an up or down. We're not riding a wave of stroke rate or anything. We're settling into a rhythm that you can maintain for the whole 20 minutes. And we're gonna rest, and then we're gonna repeat at the same intensity level or slightly faster depending on how you're feeling, okay? So that's the objective in today's workout. I know based off of feedback, it doesn't feel, based off what I'm saying, right? I'm not putting as many controlling variables around it, but that's fine. That's the objective, is that you just breathe. Lurking is creepy. We're voyeurs while we stretch and ice, not creepy. No. I'm classifying the lurkers as those who don't comment and those who don't like. Voyeurs, yes, I will lump the rest of you in as voyeurs. I'm just working out for your entertainment. But really, I just want a big thank you to all of you guys again. I hope you guys know that you're the reason that I have consistently kept my fitness going since the accident. Were it not for these lives, I would not be doing it. 100% would not do solo. That's like, I would maybe be getting in 3 days a week, because pre-accident, that's what I was doing. It was my rhythm. So 5 days a week is just what I need. And why days like this, 2 by 20 minutes? That 2 by 20 minutes is really helpful. Is because it keeps me grounded in just movement and not taking the intensity up too high. You saved my fitness, Denise. If I could medal you all, I would do that right now. Dan, Google it after the bomb of Smart Tracer. It also applies road, cobbled, and oh wow, that's cool. As well as following natural cycling motion. Cycling isn't static. Yes, this is true. We can all watch the ads to help. Every ad served helps the YouTube channel. We save Shane's fitness. We rock. You guys do. Courtney, I feel the same during COVID-19. If I didn't have these videos, my fitness would be lacking big time. Yeah. Even if you gave me a plan and said, here, do this every day. I do not work out solo well. I am a team athlete. Group fitness is okay, but I'm truly a team athlete, meaning I need to know the members of my team. I will work harder for the members of my team, and I train harder for others than for myself, and I know that's about myself. Great example. So I came out of rowing. That's part of the reason I fell in love with rowing, is because of the deep camaraderie and team that comes from it. You can't succeed unless you are the ultimate team. Rowing does not have all-stars. If you're an all-star in rowing, then you move into the single, because nobody wants an all-star in a big boat. You just want a bunch of people who can blend into each other and just create uniform movement together. So I love that about rowing. Then, Mike, I like watching the video work, so I know what I'm in store for tomorrow when I go at it. Good. It preps you mentally. So I digress. I came out of rowing, and in college, CrossFit was our strength training system, and this was from 2006 to 2009. Before CrossFit became a big thing. There were, 15 boxes around the world, and that was it. And our strength training coach was one of Greg Glassman's original flow masters, meaning he taught the CrossFit certification on weekends.
And he was running our strength and conditioning department at University of San Diego, where I went to school. So CrossFit for every sport became the strength training. And every sport, as a result, started climbing in the rankings. It was amazing for sport. So post-college, when I didn't know what to do with my athletic career because I wasn't going to continue in rowing. I just didn't have it. And I decided, because I got a business degree, that I was going to go sell life insurance. So I went to work selling life insurance for Northwestern Mutual, which is a great product. I do believe in life insurance, and I think Northwestern is a good company because I still have all of my everything with them. But it was not for me because it meant that I had to talk about everybody else's impending doom day in and day out. It was just talking about what if death scenarios. And I did well at the job, but it was not for me. So after 6 months, I quit. No plan. Right? And I went into basically just trying to figure out what I was going to do. Rowing is what I picked. In the meantime, I had found a CrossFit gym that I started working out at, and I was still super fit from rowing. And I knew CrossFit, which a lot of people didn't yet. So I started competing with that gym. That gym was Invictus, which I just got lucky. Didn't even know anything about Invictus. It just happened to be one of the most well-known CrossFit gyms in the world, and it was right around the corner from where I was living at the time. So I started competing, training to compete. Went to what was then called sectionals. They didn't have the open yet. So sectionals, essentially it's first round qualifiers. You'd go compete as an individual, and then if you made it, you go to regionals. And if you made it at regionals, you go to the games. And this was the first year that the games had moved away from Aromas, and we're going to be in Carson. I think that was when we first, they moved there first. So I compete and I qualify as an individual out of sectionals to go to regionals. But I hate being an individual athlete. It just rips me up inside. I don't like competing for myself. I don't need it. It doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't inflate anything or boost anything for me. It just makes me stressed out. For a team, however, I'll kill myself. I will do everything in my power to make a team succeed because it means that I get to share that with other people, share that success, and see other people be happy because of it. And I do love competing. I like being head to head with somebody and the jockeying for position and everything that comes with that. So I emphasize to CJ, the coach at the time, how badly I wanted to be on the team. And he tells me no, they've taken a team the past 2 years and I need to gain more experience as an individual before I can go into the team. And I was like heartbroken. So I had to go to regionals as an individual in 2009. And so at regionals as an individual, 09, SoCal CrossFit. And just did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy running around, being at it for myself, had some good workouts, had some terrible workouts, and did not qualify as an individual. I DNF'd to work out, and it just wasn't in the cards for me. Another athlete got injured right after that in training, and I was the alternate, so I ended up stepping in and becoming a member of the team, and it just clicked. God. For the next 4 years, I did everything in my power to keep that team going. I laid my life on, not my life, I laid my body on the line year round. Injuries, didn't matter. I would do it all for the team, and I would still do it all again. But man, as an athlete, for me, team is where it's at. And I think this gives me that feeling of having a team, right? Not just a bunch of voyeurs watching me work out, but it just means a lot to me. So all of that is to say thank you. You guys you're my team right now, and I appreciate it. Sorry for that long-winded story. Oh, love the story. Anything you did at the games catch you off guard? Like surprise me, or what exactly do you mean by catch me off guard? Like that I wasn't able to do, or let me know. I'm curious. I would say the so the things that I'm good at are figuring out things in the heat of the moment. Weird objects, stones, logs, weird implements, things that just are odd. My brain and body figure that out quickly. So those are the things I can do. Things I'm not great at are just raw strength on a barbell. And that was always my biggest weak point, was just my pure strength under a barbell. That's it. And my pressing strength was always really bad. Still is to this day. Overhead pressing, horizontal pressing, I'm just not good at any of it. I can jerk like crazy. If you put a barbell here and let me use my legs, I can clean and jerk plenty. Far more than I can even come close to pressing. But you ask me to strict press, and I am so far in the pits on it. Joanne, don't know the challenges prior to going in. That is correct. Yeah, sometimes they would leak them. They would tell you like the day before, or a few hours before. And that's our first 20, guys. Wow, that went quick. Thank you. Drink, everybody. Denise, I beat you to it. Drink your water. Even if you're just spectating, drink your water. So you don't know the workouts going into it, but that's what I enjoyed about it, is because I can figure things out quickly on the go. That was always okay for me. It was just like a handstand push-up workout would ruin my life. Things like that. Again, if it was a jerk, I was like, cool, I can jerk, no problem. Charles, I got a bunch of questions here. Denise, that's an amazing story, Shane. Now I have a better idea of why you're such a great coach. Oh, thank you, Denise. Denise, the marathon row had to be a huge surprise for SIA CrossFitters. Yeah, and interestingly, the marathon row was the first year that I was not competing. I was just coaching that year, which actually helped because I had a bunch of athletes that were competing. And so we were able to help them out a lot, namely like Josh Bridges was a great example. Josh was one of my athletes, only for rowing. He, not taking credit for Josh Bridges' performance, but I was training him on rowing. And he was probably one of the shorter guys in the field, and he was able to not be last, basically. He was able to come in like middle to middle high of the pack, which for somebody, stacking up against all those other guys was impressive. Recommendation on heart rate level, Charles. Again, today is low to moderate intensity. You need to settle on what's right for you today with where you are at in your training. So you take a pick. Joanne, any swimming? Yes, we were training swimming pretty heavily. It was the year after I left that they introduced the triathlon. So I never actually got a chance to swim. We were training swimming though in the event that it came up for the 20-minute piece. Yeah, Charles. So hopefully that answers it for you. Dan zone 2. Yeah, what Dan said. Keith laughed about your drink comment. It's on now. James, so what got you into fitness in the first place? By the way, we have 2:45 left until our next piece starts. You mentioned that you were in band for a while and were kind of pudgy. What helped you make the change? So James, I always loved sports. Always. I was always in sports. I never stopped being in sports. Again, I was a 12-season athlete in high school, and that was football, baseball, track, and skiing. I swapped baseball for track after my sophomore year. So otherwise it was football for 4, alpine skiing for 4, and that was slalom racing downhill because I grew up in Minnesota. So we had that as a sport. And then swapped baseball for track. So I'd always been an athlete, but I was never good at anything. I was always awkward. I was slow at running. I ran like duck-footed. And so I wasn't fast, which is why I quit baseball and switched to track, was to try and get faster. And I loved competing. I loved sport, but I was just never good at it. I wasn't good at anything. And I love music too. And that's why I was in band. And so I towed that line. I was one of those few people who could not be a band nerd and also not be a jock. So I never like fully bought into either. I just kind of like lived in between both worlds. My realizing that I could be a real athlete came when I found rowing. And I think that's probably why I fell in love with rowing. There's a big story behind that, which I'll tell you the story because we got time. I'll tell you once the next piece starts about how, like, what I was looking for at that point in my life, and then finding rowing and what that did for me. So I would say rowing really got me into fitness, and then because of the strength and conditioning coach that was at USD who showed us CrossFit, that's what got me into fitness. He impacted a ton of our lives. And in fact, a lot of us have gone on to live lives in the world of fitness in some way. Like, if anybody knows Deuce Gym, they're an incredible gym up in Venice Beach. That was another athlete who was at USD. He wasn't a rower, he was a baseball player, Logan Gelrick. Incredible, incredible human. He's up there as well. Another guy went on to build a fitness app, and actually two guys from our school. Another went on to become what do they call it? A scout, a professional baseball scout. We all just managed to stay in fitness because of this one man who kind of like showed us all. We gotta get clips in 20 seconds. Who showed us CrossFit, and it was just immensely impactful in our lives. So we all owe a lot to him. I just started rowing. Thanks for the videos. You're very welcome, Jumbo. Denise, that was the first year I watched the games. Which year? 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, piece number 2 started. Denise, was that 29, 10, 11, 12, 13? Was that the first year you watched then? James, Dan, you probably smoked me on the mountain because I grew up doing orchestra my whole high school career. Story time with Shane. Mary, thanks, Shane. Just rode 20 minutes. Haven't worked out for a few days, 100%. I would not be here if it wasn't for you and your generously sharing. Teamwork rocks. It is so true. Okay, so let me tell you a little story, everybody. So the year of the marathon row was the first time I watched. Okay, yeah, I think that was, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12, 13. Those are my 4 years of the game. 10, 11, 12, 13. That would make it 14 was the year of the marathon run. Story time. So I had gone to school in Colorado for a couple years. And because I was a terrible high school student, I just really had no like seeming future. Didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Thought I was going to be a ski bum. That's how I ended up in Colorado for school. And like I said, terrible student in high school. Well, I get to college, and all of a sudden my grades really perk up because I get to choose what I study. And I always just thought I was an idiot. Like, I thought I was just dumb as rocks. I had no smart future because there was no green up here. That's like basically what I was led to believe most of my life. And so I go to this school that has very low qualifications for entry. And all of a sudden I have like a 3.8 in college. And I was like, what? That's not how that works. Terrible high school student, good college student? I don't get it. So anyways, my grades were good enough that I could transfer. And I had always wanted to go to California for school. So I just started applying. And it was late semester. It was spring semester. And I was applying for fall. So I was pretty late to applications. So I applied to USD, University of San Diego. Had never been there, didn't know anything about it. It was just the only school that still had open enrollment. So I apply, don't know if I get in. And if I remember correctly, I think I got waitlisted. So that summer, didn't know what to do because I'd applied to school in California, but I was from Minnesota. So I had to go one of the two places. And so I sold everything that I owned that wouldn't fit in my car, packed up my car, and headed west. And I distinctly remember, and mind you, this is the point in my life where I feel very, very lost. My grades are good. I had played baseball for 2 years in college, club baseball, but nowhere felt like home. I still hadn't found anything that clicked for me. Like life did not make any sense at all. So I get in my car. I'm leaving Colorado, driving west, and I know that I have no idea what I'm driving towards. Like I just don't even know. Future's completely unknown. And I just have this like emotional emptying in the car, like looking in the rearview mirror at the only thing that was familiar to me, which was this little town where I was going to school, where I just left everything that didn't fit in my car. And this like emotional dump just continued for the 15-hour drive. And I was doing it straight. I wasn't stopping and staying the night anywhere. I was just 15-hour drive straight. So I distinctly remember the majority of that drive thinking to myself, please just let me find something that clicks for me. Like, let me find something I'm naturally good at, because I'd never found it. And it wasn't just sport. It was like anything, literally just give me anything to give me a sign. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? Where am I going? I just need some help. Like, I just need anything, any kind of sign, something that I'm a natural at. Like, let me find it. So I get to USD, and there's a long story in there as well. I was living in Mexico over the summer, working and biding my time. Didn't find out I got accepted until like 3 weeks before the semester started. It was crazy. Anyways, I get to USD thinking I'm going to play baseball. That was kind of my hope, because I'd been playing club baseball in Colorado. And so I get there, and I'm a transfer student. I miss tryouts for baseball because I'm an idiot. And I'm, whatever, 19. I don't even think to like check when tryouts are, because I assume they're going to be after school starts. Nope. They're before school starts, and I miss baseball tryouts. The one thing that I think I'm going to know is that I'm going to try and play baseball there. So I walk into the coach's office, baseball coach, and I go, hey, I am so sorry. Here's the deal. I'm a transfer. I didn't know anything about that, blah, blah, blah. Please let me throw a workout for your pitching coach. And, if he says no, great, I'll walk away. So he he looks at me and goes, no, better luck next year, kid. Like, come on back if you want it. I was devastated. Sulk back to my room. Guy across the hall from me. I tell him, I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I thought for sure that was going to pan out. Turns out he had been recruited to row. Not a rower. He was an outrigger canoe guy from Hawaii, but that was what our coach was recruiting at the time. Weird choice, but different discussion. Anyway, so he goes, dude, I just got recruited to row, and rowers tend to be tall, skinny guys like yourself. You should check it out. There's like a meeting about it later today, and I was like, say what? I've seen rowing in the Olympics. That looked interesting. I didn't know anything about it. Again, from Minnesota. Rowing is not a Minnesota sport. It is actually in the cities, but I didn't live in cities. I was rural Minnesota. So I show up for tryouts. Coach throws me on a rowing machine. I don't remember why. My schedule, like my class schedule clashed or something with the first day of tryouts. So I had to show up at a different time, and nobody was there except the head coach and the assistant coach. They put me on a rower and said, row a 6K. And then they just sat back and watched me row a 6K by myself. And that was my intro to rowing. And within 6 months, I was so in love with rowing. It was the thing that I'd been asking for. Like, please show me the thing that I can be a natural at, I can be good at. And my scores were towards the top. They weren't the best, but they were towards the top for the novice squad. But my technique was where things where I shined, because I was a technician. If you told me jump, I would just say how high. I would do whatever you said, because I just needed to find the thing. Like, I needed a direction. And so by halfway through my novice year, my first year, I was in the varsity boat, which was not actually a good thing at the time. Another story, but yeah, I'd made it, and I just fell in love, and I never looked back. Hasn't Nick? Just I'm from work, so we'll be running this through when you're all done. Thanks in advance, Shane. You're a good guy in these crazy times. Appreciate it, Hasnick. Not an idiot. Rowing's meant to be. Denise, thank you. I appreciate that. I can speak about it now because I've worked through a lot of it. James, next two questions. Sounds like you're religious, true. And two, how did wifey come into the story? Story time with Shane. Number one, I grew up religious. My stepmom is still the youth director at our church back home. I am not religious, however, in the traditional sense. I'm Native American, registered, not just, saying it. And I associate much more strongly with Eastern religion and Native American religion, if you want to call them religions. I studied religion as well in school. And so I do not consider myself religious. I consider myself deeply spiritual. And I think that those are pretty gray lines. I think a lot of it comes down to that I'm not really dogmatic about anything. And having studied the major world's religions and really done like in-depth looks into all of the major world religions, I came out the other side with a very strong handle of my own beliefs as it pertains to those. So again, I consider myself deeply spiritual. I do not prescribe to any one religion, but I tend to lean Eastern and Native American religion. Native American more than anything. Wifey came into the story because I was her coach. So I told you I quit life insurance, didn't know what I was going to do. And I was training at this CrossFit gym, but almost lost my earbud. Training at this CrossFit gym. Well, because I quit my job, I needed one. I started coaching rowing. So the coach is there. That was how I started coaching rowing. And then about 6 months later, one of the coaches got pregnant, went on maternity leave, and they needed a coach to fill in. And I was already coaching rowing, so they sent me to get my level 1. And that was how I started coaching. Med, Shane, we do the Concept 2 Spring 8 Series 2020. Personally, probably not. Mostly because every time I'm doing these workouts, I'm live streaming, so I haven't dared to connect my erg data because I don't know if it's gonna jack things up, and I'd rather just do the live stream. And to me, I don't need to track. We are hosting a team for you guys though, so the team can do it. Liam, any advice on what I can do to Joseph off my lower back? Finding it hard to keep upright. Thank you for these streams. Liam, I think I need clarification on Joseph. I have a feeling that was an autocorrect error. Denise, and in walks a girl, so true, in a tennis skirt into a CrossFit gym, which made us all laugh because no CrossFitter, especially females, were wearing like Lululemon tennis skirts at the time. And so we had a good laugh. So that was actually, I saw her that way and I was like, hello, blondie. And I didn't date members. It was not allowed at the gym. And I was very strict with that. But something about her, I was willing to risk it. And it paid off. She was the one time and the only time that I dated somebody at the gym. So, Ijaz, you're doing a good job. Keep up the work. Thank you. Underwood. Sorry, I meant loosen Haha. Autocorrect indeed. So Liam, back to the question. What I can do to loosen my lower back, finding it hard to keep upright. Two things. Number one, make sure you're getting good stretching in. How much time do you spend stretching and focusing on your stretching? Do you commit a half an hour in the morning and a half an hour at night? It's just some good static yin yoga style stretching, long holds, things like that. As somebody who has a previous back injury, I can definitely commiserate. So that's number one. I would highly encourage you to check out an app called ROMWOD if you need a boost or a push, or they're about 20-minute guided yin yoga or yin stretching sessions every day, video. So I would highly encourage you to check that out. Second, spend a lot of work strengthening your back in the upright position. It's what I always come back to. Carrying heavy loads in the front rack will help to strengthen that back position. It's a lot to cover right now, but deadlifts, ROMWOD, ROMWOD. Sakar Ramrod. ROMWOD, okay? James, oh, that's epic about the wifey. I dated someone who was a teacher's assistant didn't work out, but didn't get fired, and she got an A. Yeah, you have to be very careful with those inter-organizational things. ROMWOD, sorry, yes. I'm all right, yes, ROMWOD. They're great. I've used them forever. Whenever I need a boost, or I just need to feel like somebody's there with me when I stretch. But I've done, 30, 45 days straight of their stretching. It's unbelievable how much it improves your range of motion, your flexibility, your mobility. Highly encourage. ROMWOD, great group. Sorry, I'm peeking over my shoulder, checking on the chickens. It's raining here today, so just want to make sure they're making their way inside. This is fun. Story time with you guys is great. I have so many. Mary, I appreciate you saying that you enjoy story time too. Yeah, the chickens free range. They need their day training. But with the rain, they don't do well in wet conditions. I hope they're smart enough to walk themselves back into the coop. We'll find out. Oh, this is feeling good, guys. Thank you for joining me. We've got almost 4 minutes left. Any other stories you guys want to know about? What can I help you with? When are you going to visit us in Dubai? Ijaz, am I saying that right, Ijaz? Last time I was there was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I almost was just there, well, right after the motorcycle accident, the Gov Games. I was going to be there for the Gov Games, which got canceled, but I also had my motorcycle accident. So, that kind of made that hard. So I'm very, very open to it. I just need the organization that wants to bring me to teach there. That's it. We do a lot with, there's a lot of dark horse that happens behind the scenes that's B2B. We're working with organizations, whether gyms, businesses, where I'm flying around and consulting or working with their coaches or working with their people. So yeah, Jazz, you just gotta let me know who wants me there, and I'm all for it. Joanne, where did you go to school in Colorado? Sister lives in Fort Collins, just love it there. I was Southwest Colorado, in the mountains. Little town called Gunnison. Amazing place, still love it there. Have you had any celebrity encounters in San Diego? Yes, but I don't really. Okay, this is gonna sound, Ajaz, next time I'm in the neighborhood, you're gonna have to fly me there, Ajaz. because I don't have the reason right now. So I don't. Okay, I have a thing. Like, I'm not big on like celebrity sightings. It doesn't trigger me where I'm like, oh. Story time. The only celebrity sighting that I have ever been where I was like, I don't, where I couldn't talk, was getting to go backstage and meet Wynton Marsalis, the jazz trumpet player who leads the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra, whose father actually just passed this last week. I don't know if you saw that in the news, but his father's, I believe, pianist. So I got to meet Wynton Marsalis, and as a trumpet player, it was incredibly impactful to me because I'd always really idolized his style and his trumpet. His trumpet's a thing of just beauty. Nothing else like it in the world. And he was holding it when I got to talk to him. And I couldn't get words out of my mouth. It was not in San Diego, though. It was in Chicago. So celebrity sightings, I don't know. There have been like probably plenty of, like Walton is a big name here. Denise, yeah, exactly. I just kind of like, I don't have a, I don't have like a thing. I don't need to go talk to him. So I don't remember it because I don't like create a moment around it. I just know Walton, not Luke, but his dad, Bill, that's his name. He's around a lot. That's it. Whew. That's our time, guys. That's 20 minutes. Number 2. Whew. Let me go back through. Downloading ROMWAD. Yes, do it. It's a paid app. I'm sure they probably have a free offer or something, but you will not. You'll not be disappointed with it. Recognizing it. Hey, Josh, will do. No worries. Perfect. Just like stowaway or dress me up as a flight attendant. I feel like service-based, I do really well, but I know that Emirates has service that's off the charts. I probably wouldn't be able to keep up with that. Good one. When Marsalis, rest in peace to his dad. Yeah, absolutely true. Man, it was a big week for like really, not niche, but like really amazing musicians dying who maybe weren't like pop culture. I mean, I guess you could argue that Bill Withers was definitely pop culture. Whoops. But just some amazing artists that we lost in the past couple of weeks. Thanks for the advice. I'll check that out. I'm blind and always found learning to stretch hard without relying on pictures and videos. Ooh, Liam, very cool. Not cool, but thank you. I appreciate you for sharing that. So, Liam, what may help with ROMWAD as well is that they talk you through the whole thing. So yeah, really, that was fun with like, I didn't even feel like I went through 20 minutes. But ROMWAD talks you through the whole thing, and it's just like there's very calming music. The guide is very good. Like he's good about just giving you your space and your time once he's explained what you're doing. I really think it's a fantastic stretching program. If you guys haven't done it, I love ROMWAD. They're friends of mine. I actually use the stuff. I've recommended to tons of people. Obviously, I'm not giving you a code, so I have no kickback on it. I just think it's a great system for stretching, and you can just plop it on 6 days a week. It's about 20 minutes, give or take maybe 4 minutes on either side. And then 1 day a week, they do like a 45-minute big session. That's really interesting. Thank you. You're very welcome, man. Thank you for asking. So it's great for that as well. So, wow, guys, that was a fun story time. I feel like I divulged a lot about myself, and that I always wonder, based off, I told you guys in next week's episode of Storytime with Shane, the audience wants the recap of his first date and courtship. Yes, that I will. It was, I was not great about the ask and being proactive. I was always pretty shy with girls, so with women, and so she definitely had to push the narrative on that. Not that I was against it, I was just shy, so I wasn't one to be very super forward, if you will. Okay, with that being said, guys, take the shoes off. Thank you all for joining me. That was fun. Storytime Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. PST. Couple notes before we go. Make sure that if you guys want workouts, guys, go check out the crew. It is on darkhorserowing.com. It's if you want focused training plans, it's not going to be follow along like this. It's going to be written training plans that are time tested. We have run them through with thousands of people at this point, and you get to pick whatever you get to work on whatever distances that you want to work on. Calories, drag factor, marathon, 500-meter. You pick it, you work on it, you can do it. So if you want to help, Dark Horse Running in any way, and you want a more focused plan, go check out the crew. We also have all new apparel that just dropped on the website about last week sometime, or the week before maybe. This shirt, I know some people early on were like, ooh, wow, that shirt. It's on the YouTube channel. So right below the videos, you can get this shirt or get it in a sweatshirt. I have both. They're both great. Yeah, guys, I just appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for today's workout. Tomorrow, we'll be back with a high intensity interval training workout with some more body weight stuff. So get prepped for that. Make sure your bodies are ready to go. And yeah, thank you all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all those things that all of us YouTubers say. Nancy, I met my husband at a PSIA ski alpine level 2 exam. He was the examiner. Nice work. I never went for my level 2. I thought that was the road I was going to go, Nancy, for sure. I was doing kids ski instruction in high school, and I thought I was going to like start stepping my way up the ladder, but I didn't. Ajaz, thanks, Shane. You're a gentleman. Ajaz, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Monica, thanks for the story time. Just flew by. Wish everyone a great day. Thanks, Shane, for well-being, Shane. Real quick, what size shirt do you wear? I'm a large. I weigh 190 pounds. I might be lighter right now because of the accident. I definitely lost some muscle mass, but I'm 6'3" and 190, and I wear a large. Let me move it down for you. This is a large on me. I have my tights a little bit high, but otherwise, tall dudes. We have the belly riding problem with t-shirts. Dan, Denise, thanks, Shane. You're welcome. Denise, stop. Nancy, stop. She just shot past smoking, always. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you. Have a fantastic day. Go share some love with others, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.